Back, and today I'm going to be talking about Division 10, and I recently got past Division 10. It was probably one of the easiest divisions I've been in. Honestly, Division 10 is like the easiest division in the whole FIFA. But as you can see, 4 wins out of 4 games, and as like 13 plus 13 goal difference is mad. 14 goals scored, average per match is 3.5. Goals conceded 1, average per match is 0.25. Best season finish, Division 10 at the moment, 12 points. And yeah, as you can see, pass accuracy 89%, and possession 57%. So not that half bad for the first division in FIFA 18. And if we head over now to the team, because honestly I've got some mad players here. As you can see, everyone's literally out of contracts. But starting off, I want to talk about is Charlie Austin. What an absolute beast of a goal machine. Got him in a untradeable pack. Well, got him at the start of FIFA, and in 10 games he's managed to score 9 goals and 5 assists, which is fantastic form for Charlie Austin, one of the sickest players in the team at the moment. And as you can see, he's not got great stats. He's 78 rating with 16.7 pace, 69 dribbling, 79 shooting, and 76 physicality. The main, the formation I would use Charlie Austin in, by the way, guys, is this formation here. Right? Because he normally plays as a centre forward role. For my team, he's a centre forward. So yeah, so this would be the team like how it normally looked like, and with Charlie Austin at centre forward, and he's a solid player at the moment, and it's just, yeah. So the next player I want to talk about is Danny Ings. Now, a quite interesting player. Like, he can be good at sometimes, and then he can't be good, but with like 82 pace in 6 games, he's made 4 goals scored and 3 assists. Not bad. But when playing like the offline single player mode, he's not as great. So I would recommend getting a much more better player. But in online season at the moment, he's done alright in 6 games. And as you can see, he's got a high work rate, which is great. And then the other player I want to talk about is Berahino. Absolutely mad player. Love this player to bits. Even in FIFA 17, this player was still sick. And in 7 games, 5 goals scored and 3 assists. Not bad. He's got some very decent stats all round. Dribbling, shooting, and pace. He hasn't got much physicality. I honestly thought he would be a little bit more stronger, but he isn't. But those are my strikers, and so far they've all been sick in the online division. 100% would recommend either using Danny Ings, Charlie Austin, or Berahino in the start of FIFA 18. The next players we're going to be talking about is our midfield, and starting off, we're going to be talking about is Danny Drinkwater. This guy is an assist machine and a good defensive player. Holy shit though. In 11 games he's got 2 goals scored and 6 assists. So not bad for assists there. And he's a bit like Mesut Ozil in the team here. But honestly, a very good player to get in the start of the FIFA. And 100% would recommend, because he can be not that half bad. So, and then we've got Mario Lemire. Good player. For me, he's played 3 games, 1 goal scored and 2 assists. So far, not that half bad. He's got some very decent stats as well, like 78 pace, 79 dribbling, 66 shooting, 76 passing, and 75 physicality, and 66 defending. So as you can see, not that half bad. He's a well-rounded player. Everything is above 65 rating, 65. So not that half bad, as you can see. Just look, and all that stuff. Basically, all of his stats except from finishing are above 65, and marking. But good player all round, really good, and 100% would recommend you getting this player. Next player we've got is Harry Winks. Now, very interesting player. Like, he's got some pace and all that stuff, and he's more of a passing player. 100%, if you want like a playmaker to go around your squad and just make simple passes, Harry Winks is your guy. And in 12 games, 1 goal scored, 0 assists, and 0 yellow cards, 0 red cards. So not as great, but if you want a player that can just pass the ball, Harry Winks is your guy. And he's actually not that half bad. Like, he's got some decent pace, some decent dribbling, and decent passing. And 100%, if you're looking for a player like this, a player like Harry Winks that's got pace, dribbling, and passing, he's your guy. So next player is Henry Saviet, and again, solid player, a bit like Lemire, but a little bit more. He's more of an attacking player than he is as a defensive player. But in 7 games, he's got 2 goals scored and 1 assist and 1 yellow cards. He's got 4-star weak foot, which is why I kind of like this guy. But he's got a high work rate. He's also from Newcastle, by the way, and he's got 74 pace. 74 pace, 78 dribbling, and 78 passing, but also 71 shooting and 70 physicality. So, like, for that, you could play him as a cam, but he'd be a pretty slow cam. But 100%, if you're looking for a player in the centre mid role that can play a very attacking prowess, then Soviet is your guy. He's also got 90 jumping, which is actually mad. So yeah, and then for our next midfielder, we're going to be talking about Freezer. 4-star weak foot and 88 pace. Like, he's got some mad pace. I do like this guy as he crosses in the ball. Been very unlucky at the moment though. In 5 games, 0 goals, 0 assists. But with 88 pace, it's been pretty decent for me at the moment. And those are some of the stats. And for me, I probably could have get somebody better. But at the moment, I'm sticking with Freezer because of just how much pace he's got. He's a very pacey player. I 100% would recommend if you're making a silver squad, or any players that you need a left mid in. Yeah. And then for the next player is Zaha. Pretty interesting player though. Like, I thought he would do a lot better. I did actually get him in the pack. But in 9 games, 1 goal scored and 2 assists. I think what I might do is let this guy go to like right forward, because he's just not done anything in that right mid position. And he's got some mad stats like 90 pace, 89 dribbling, and if you just look at his stats, like, you'd think, how has he only got like 1 goal? But basically, some decent stats all round. I think I might play him more as a striker role than a right wing role, so yeah. But decent player, hopefully can get more out of him though. Next player we got is Adrian. Now, I got this guy in the pack, and it was in the pack opening, and I honestly thought he could do a lot better than at the moment he's done. Because in the first game he played, he got a goal, and I was like, okay, this guy is actually meaty. But so far, 10 games later, he's just not done anything, and I'm a bit disappointed because he's got some decent stats, and it may be because I've been playing him like left wing, right wing. I'm not 100% sure, but at the moment he's just not been getting those goals. But it's mainly been the strikers for me that's been getting the goals, but Adrian, not much at the moment. Then we've got Nathan Remond, 87 pace. He's been pretty meaty player. Like, in 6 games he's got 3 assists, 0 goals. More of an assistant player, and as you can see, those are some of his stats. And honestly, I don't mind him. He's actually not that half bad with that 87 pace, but maybe a little bit better with the skill moves. I think if he had like 5-star skill moves, he'd be a lot better. But 4-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot, not that half bad. And yeah, that's Remon. Then we go to the most exciting player that I've played with at the moment, and that is Masonda. 5-star weak foot, 5-star skill moves, with 87 pace, 82 dribbling, 64 shooting, and 69 passing. 4 games played, 2 goals scored, and 2 assists. This guy is actually sick. I do like him as a right winger, but also a left winger as well, because he played really well last year as a left winger. But this guy is sick. I do love him. He's absolutely fantastic talent, and he's only like 19, I think, which is like mad. And yeah, honestly, 100% recommend you guys actually getting this player, because I've got him for 1,600 coins. That is cheap as F. And I just can't, like, it is sick. So the next players we're going to be talking about is Ndidi. A decent CDM, only played 2 games though, but he's got a high and a medium work rate, with 74 pace, 67 dribbling, 78 defending, and 80 physicality with 65 passing. So as you can tell, more of a centre back player. And those are some of the stats. 82 stand tackle, which is like his almost his highest stat. No, 80. He's got 88 stamina, which is his highest stat. But so far, there you go. Interesting. He's been alright, I guess. Not much really. And then we go to the defense. Now, defense for me, defending on this game is a lot harder than it was last year. And honestly, I think you really do need a quality centre back to actually start it off. And so far, I've got Jagielka. Solid player. He's not my weakest link though. There is a player that has been my weakest link in defence, but Jagielka isn't that player. He's been constant throughout the whole division and offline season. He's been sick, and honestly, I think I would rather have him than Smalling or any other player at the moment in my defence, except from one player you will see later. But he's been solid so far, with 6 games played. I wish it showed actually how much clean sheets the players had, because honestly this player has had quite a fair amount of clean sheets. But with not much pace at all. He's still got decent defending and very good physicality, and 100% would recommend this player in your starting 11 at the start of FIFA. Then we go to Ferdinand. Lone player, sick player. I do love him a lot. Medium work rate with 80 pace, 89 defending, and 82 physicality. Played 4 games at the moment and had 4 clean sheets pretty much. He's been sick. I do love this player. He is solid, and honestly he is just sick basically. I do like Rio Ferdinand, and those are some of the stats, and that's his story. He played for West Ham, Bournemouth, West Ham again, Leeds United, Manchester United, and QPR. He made 455 appearances for Manchester United and 154 for West Ham, which is mad actually. He made 81 appearances for England and got 3 goals scored, and for Manchester United he's got 8 goals scored. So a lot of history there between the player, but he is a sick player, and he was sick back in the day. But that was Rio Ferdinand. And then we go to Thompkins, who has been not that half bad. Medium work rate, 51 pace, decent defending all round. He's been solid. He has been one of my crucial players in the team, and honestly 100% would recommend him as well in your starting 11. But so far my weakest link has been Yoshida, whatever his name is. He's just been not as great at all at the moment, but in 9 games he scored 1 goal and 1 assist, so he's more of an attack. Like for me, I'm just not into this player at the moment. He's just been shit, really. That's all I'm gonna say. And those are some of his stats. Oh, that's Norton. But basically, he's just not been as a defensive prowess, and he's not been really good at all. So, yeah, wouldn't recommend this guy in your starting 11. But I basically got him in a pack, so I'm just basically using him because I got him in a pack. That's why, and it's untrade. Wait, is he tradable? He is tradable, so I might sell him later then. And then moving on to our left backs and right backs. Starting off, we got Kyle Norton. Decent player, honestly. For a guy with 74 pace, he feels a lot more quicker. But all round, he's been not that half bad. It's 74 defending and 70 physicality, 65 passing and 67 dribbling. 3-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot. So it's not bad. You can definitely put some skills on this guy. But so far, he's been one of my main players. He's not been a weakest link at all. He's been like one of those players I would 100% you guys would recommend. And then we got Kieran Gibbs. Again, solid player, 3-star weak foot. 3-star skill moves, 2-star weak foot. Decent pace, 79 pace, 74 dribbling, 77 defending, 72 physicality, and 70 passing. So a lot there, with 7 appearances or 7 games played. He's been actually not that half bad, and for 650 coins I would 100% recommend this player, because so far all these players have been really cheap and they've been all really good. And yeah, so 100% recommend all these players, 100%, except from the right centre back, this guy right here. He's not been as great, and also Ferdinand, who I might sell or get rid of later. But then we got Ashley Young, 800 coins he cost me, 3-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot, with 77 pace, 78 dribbling, 65 defending, 61 physicality, and 70 passing. I mainly use this guy more as an up player, but he's for the previous player he was with, he made 26 appearances and 2 assists. For me at the moment, he's only made 5 with 0 goals and 0 assists. But as a medium work rate, not bad. And those are some of the stats. So a very quick player, 100%. I would honestly just recommend this player, really. He's been really good. And then we got Davis, again, solid player. Been very defensive. He's got a medium and a high work rate. 5 games played, and for 600 coins you're just getting an absolute bargain of a deal. 75 pace, 74 dribbling, 78 defending, 73 physicality, and 71 passing. Very good, and 100% recommend this player in your starting 11. But now moving on to the goalkeepers. Starting off, we got Stuart Taylor. First owner, got him in a free pack, and I think I got him on the pack opening. I'm not 100% sure on that though, but he's been decent, honestly. If they had a thing for, like, if they had a row for clean sheets, I think this guy would have, like, I don't know how many clean sheets, but he would have had a decent amount of clean sheets. With 7 games played, he's 6'6", so it's pretty tall actually for a goalkeeper. And those are some, like, the stuff. And 66 rating, not that half bad. And there you go. But the main player I want to talk about is Adrian. Holy shit, what a goalkeeper he has been. Like last year, he's been good, and even this year, he's been even better. And even on FIFA 16, this player was still really good. Adrian, 100% recommend in their starting 11 as your goalkeeper. And with 81 diving, 84 reflexes, 76 handling, 46 speed, 75 positioning, 69 kicking, you just can't get wrong with that. He's been solid, and honestly, he's probably been one of my top players in the club. And again, for 600 coins, this guy's cheap as fuck, and you just need to get him now and now. But there you go. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this little squad review, basically, of FIFA 18. I have been doing the single player offline mode thing, and I've been not that half bad. Like, there's been ups and downs, and I'm in gold 3, I think it is called. But yeah, so but I hope you guys now enjoyed, and yeah, so far my record is 10-5, 0 draws, but seasons completed 1, 4 all game telling record 4-0, titles 1, and division 10 12 points, and I just completely dominated it. But yeah, 100% guys would recommend using some of the players in the starting 11. And always try to find out other players, because you can find some decent players like Shaka, Inautovic, and all that stuff. 100% just try and look for some other players. And at the moment, I've just had pretty much a well of a time really on this game. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Please do like and do subscribe. Check out my other videos as well, and yeah, see you next time.